All right, everybody, welcome to a weekend edition of Teaching Crypto. Please hit that like, that subscribe bell notification. Super chats are available. We've got a very important show today. A lot happened in the last 48 hours. We're going to break it down for you. So, first thing, Mr. FOMO, we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and we didn't quite get what we wanted with the Bitcoin reserve. Here's kind of a illustration of exactly how I felt. Digital assets stockpile. Sorry, my voice is going, here and out, but we're gonna do the show. Um, we heard and heard it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Executive order. All right, they formed the committee. They're calling it a digital asset stockpile. Huge waste of time. Go straight to Bitcoin. Governments don't need to be holding XRP and Cardano or HBAR, with all due respect, or ETH or Solana. They just need to be holding Bitcoin. So here it is. Here's my opinion. Sometimes visuals are stronger than words, as they say, or the old slogan, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Uh, how do you feel? Because this is exactly how I feel. Now, long term, it might be good because this, to me, means game theory is not playing out. And we're going to probably see another traditional cycle over the next 4 years because we're not going to have game theory. But what was your reaction to the digital asset stockpile announcement versus
Uh,
the strategic
either
Bitcoin?
way, either way, I think it's kind of bullish because they're going to be picking up other digital assets. But I think that graphic kind of says it all. Um, we were hoping for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We were hoping to see the U.S. take the lead in that. It seems to me that this is a campaign promise that might not be coming true. But remember, they did form a committee. And so the committee is going to explore all of these options. And so hopefully a strategic Bitcoin reserve is part of that. Um, but yeah, digital asset
Look,
stockpile doesn't sound as good.
I think it's coming, but I think it looks like it's going to take longer. It's not going to be hours. It's not going to be days. It looks like it could be months. It could be years. The longer they wait, the worse. I mean, you'd done it 4 years ago. Think where you'd be right now. The longer, as Michael Saylor says, everyone gets Bitcoin at their deserved price. So hopefully the committee can act fast, and maybe we can get this done in 2025. But we'll see. I wouldn't hold my breath. Sometimes we're just early, and we
Well,
think
let's
we're
remember,
here, and we're really down here.
yeah, we're very early, but let's also remember Trump has a lot of allies in a lot of different places now. He's got a Republican controlled Congress. He's got people that he's putting in place in the CFTC and the SEC. And so this may not be something that takes as long as we think, and it may not be something that has as many roadblocks as we think because of all the roadblocks that he's sort of removed for himself, right? And so I think maybe it might happen faster than we think. I'm hopeful that we'll be surprised by the speed of it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could happen in a week. I'm just saying it's not a given that it's going to happen fast like we once thought. That's now some great news though, and this is getting overshadowed. For the first time, banks will be allowed to hold Bitcoin. I think this is super bullish. And I don't think there's not a, I mean, people are talking about it, but it's getting overshadowed by the news we just previously talked about. This in the past would have spurred a huge spike. If this had happened 4 years ago, you would have seen a God candle. And so it's just interesting time. But I think as people begin to realize, once you see a bank do this, it's going to be huge. And this could happen in the next 4 to 5 weeks. So I'm excited about this. And not enough channels are covering this story here. So this
I,
just happened in the last 48 hours here.
I would imagine that you're going to see some of the smaller banks lead the way on this. Some of the people, the banks that are willing to take more risks. But once one of these big banks steps up and decides to hold crypto, the game all of a sudden speeds up, right? Like now we're in the major leagues. So I think that this is super bullish. And you're right, not enough people are talking about this, but banks can hold crypto now. And that is a big deal. If this was 4 years ago, we would be talking about this like it was a pipe dream.
Well, yeah,
And
now
now,
think
like
about
you
it.
said, this hasn't even stirred the market in the least.
The two things that are going to be very valuable for the banks to offer at the beginning, Bitcoin and USDC. Why USDC? Instant payments. We've talked about USDC separating themselves. I still think that's the case. Once banks hold and give you options to do Bitcoin and USDC and incentivize you for it, it's going to make it mainstream like more than ever before, right? So, yes, Bitcoin is not in the closet like it once was, but there's still a lot of regular people that are shying away. But once it's offered to you by your bank, now all of a sudden, oh, even more legitimate. I do think this will happen in 2025. Will every bank do it? Probably not. Probably again, we're looking at 2028, 2029 stuff. I'm just being realistic on the timeline. That's why we talked about off the air. I still think we're going to have a traditional cycle. It could be a double top where you see in 2 to 3 months a big mini bear start, or we could have a bear start in May. That's just the reality. Um, this channel will tell you the honest truth because we're not here to fool you. So this is good news. Now I'm going to give you some super good news, right? Because we don't want to do a depressing show on a Saturday. But
There's better news than that.
this is what I'm excited about. Look at this chart. And we've kind of shared this before, but man, this is amazing, right? This chart, Mr. Fomo, tells you, and the red is during bear. Those two reds are during bear cycles, right? But look at 2021 and look at 2017. This traditionally has been the most bullish month for altcoins in all the 4-year cycle. So it's the February after elections. This is when true, if there is an alt season, and it's going to look different than it has in the past. There are a lot of different altcoins. But this is, and it's January 25th. So you got about a week to go. So whatever happens this week is all noise. If you see Bitcoin go down to 97K, don't freak out. Don't. If you see Bitcoin go down to 95, don't freak out. It's fine.
It's an opportunity.
Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your alts. Don't be stupid. Keep it on this program. February is, in fact, this is, do your own research. This is probably the last time to get that you want to buy. I'll be honest. You're not going to want to buy in February because things are going to be going up too quickly. It's too good to be true. But I do think we're headed for some amazing 2 months, not just Bitcoin, but finally the alts will play catch up.
Yeah, and there's really only 2 months out of the year that have shown that kind of strength, and it's February and October that we call Uptober when it shows that strength. And so February is there's only 2 years where it was negative, and the last time it was negative, it was only negative by 8%, or 8.6%, almost 9%, which isn't that much. And so, especially
but that was during the beginning of the bear,
right. And so, or that was the end of the bear.
True.
Oh no, you're right. That's beginning February of 2020.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this looks like a super bullish month. We've been waiting for the alt season to start, and it looks like that this chart indicates that alt season is going to start within the next week or two.
My prediction is by February 1st, we're going to be doing really well. Super Bowl Sunday, you're going to see a lot of ads from Coinbase, and that's when there's going to be some FOMO. My prediction right now, here we go. Carrot, I'll talk about it, Gary, in just a second. My prediction right now is by Super Bowl Sunday, 120K BTC is my prediction. And I think that's very conservative. All the alts have kind of really, really taken a beating. So Carrot, Mr. FOMO, I don't know if you want to pull up the chart really quickly, is down to 21 cents. The market cap is all the way down to 40.7 million dollars. Do I still think this has upside? Absolutely. All the alts are down, right? But actually, this one, and transparency, I still hold Carrot. This one, to me, do your own research, but you're getting an amazing value here because the rebound is going to be tremendous. So, what do I think about Carrot? I think if everything goes well, you'll get a 10x. Again, I'm not
If
guaranteeing.
you're buying from here.
If you're buying from here, I think you can get it.
My average price is a little bit north of this.
Both ours. Here's, look, we can't tell you to buy something, or you always got to do your own research. But unless something goes horribly wrong with the project, I don't think it's a rug pull. It's real people that are behind this. I think a 10x is very realistic.
I remember they have a partnership with Xbox where they are going to get their game on the Xbox network, and so
supposedly supposed to be happening in February. We'll see if it comes through February, March. We'll see if it happens. It could be a trap. Trying to get as many people as possible to. This happens in crypto. There's a lot of manipulation, especially if the alts. This to me, in my opinion, looks like a huge shakeout. I'm hodling here, and I'm hopefully going to be rewarded in March with a nice profit to sell. That's my plan.
I'm DCAing at this point. I'm probably going to pick up a little bit more Carrot today just to lower my average price. That way I can take profits sooner when it does explode.
But remember, it's not what you buy, it's when you buy. Buying this now, I'm glad you brought this up, Gary, is very different than buying this in late March when it's already gone up to well over $1. So I'm glad he brought it up.
Remember, we were talking about Bitcoin when it was in, when it was at 16, when it was in the 20,000s, we were saying, you're never going to see this again. You might as well pick it up now. This is a similar situation. Not that you'll never see Carrot at this price again, but this is a similar situation where you're getting a good price right before we go on a run. And so I think in February, you might be able to throw a dart at the crypto board and come up with a winner anyway. And so this one, because of its partnerships, because it's into gaming, we think this is going to be a good one, but we'll see.
Yeah. One other one I wanted to bring up. I haven't spoken about this one in ages, but I like the chart. Polkadot right now has been decimated, and the all-time high for DOT is 55.15. It's right now at 630. The market cap is down to 9.7 billion. No one is talking about DOT. I looked at some of the past cycles. February is when some of the dinosaurs that have been sleeping kind of wake up. So DOT, I wanted to give our viewers this, is one where you could see a 2x within a day in February. I'm just pulling it out there. Do your own research. It is a dinosaur token because it was a huge star in the last cycle. No one's talking about it. And I could see that this is just prime for someone to just throw a lot of money into it and get a quick return. So I'm just throwing that out there just to see, we've given you guys some winners in the past. Really, none of the alts are doing well right now. Even XRP is stuck in the low threes. That's a great opportunity. iOS, 77 cents, guys. Injective, 20. Dogecoin, 30. Solana showing some strength, but can't really get it anywhere. Funny, what actually is showing a little bit of a strength, and someone applied for an ETF. Too bad Mr. Slim's not here. Litecoin. H bar is at 33 cents. Sweet hasn't done much. Chainlink hasn't done much. Your favorite Muse, Mr. FOMO, actually showing some strength a little bit, but still a huge discount there. There's discounts everywhere, and don't worry, we'll give you our picks for February coming up very soon. But I think we got delayed a bit more in January. Here's what happened, to be honest with you. Because we didn't get the strategic reserve that we expected, it delayed everything a little bit, right? ETFs made us go up faster. We were anticipating the strategic reserve would make us go up faster. It didn't happen. We transitioned, and now we just go up in February instead of January.
I like I said, I'm buying into it. February is traditionally a strong month. You showed that chart. And the alts are all down right now. So I think it was one of those situations where the market was waiting to see what happened, and the market has been a little bit disappointed, and the market sold. And so crypto is a fickle market, and the slightest FUD, the slightest amount of FUD will send it into a little bit of a spiral. So it is what it is. That's why we're in the crypto market, volatility, right? You can't only want, or you can't only deal with the good side volatility. You have to sometimes deal with the bad side.
You got to be patient. Patience is probably the secret sauce in crypto that no one brings up. It's people that don't know anything about the space think you get in and you either go broke or become a millionaire in 24 hours. But that's, if you buy those stupid meme coins, but that's not what this is. That's not what this show is about. We're mainly a Bitcoin show. We tell you guys, you have a very limited time to buy these alts and sell them. And these next 2 to 3 months, I can't tell you if it's going to be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or 12 weeks. I hope it's 12. But you really might have only 8 weeks out of the entire cycle, 4 years. It sounds crazy to make crazy profits. So you want to keep it here. We will give you the latest. Please hit that like, that subscribe button, share the show. We want to help as many people out as we can over the next 8 weeks. For Mr. FOMO, the ZZ Crypto.